Hello students, welcome back to maths class. In previous class we solved exercise problems from 3D, all 2 marks problems. 6 problems we solved and they are very simple and very selective questions also, right? Now today we will solve one 7 marks problem topic, right? It is dependent on orthocenter problem, finding the orthocenter of the triangle when 3 vertices are given to you. So first come to the what is meant by orthocenter. So how we will get that orthocenter? So first come to the definition of altitude. If we take a perpendicular line from vertex to opposite side, that line is called altitude. If we take the perpendicular line from vertex to opposite side, A is one vertex of the triangle, B is second vertex, C is third vertex of the triangle. I think you know it very well. So from the vertex to, if we take a perpendicular line to the opposite side, right, that line is called altitude. So from A we can draw one altitude and from B to opposite side we can draw another altitude. Similarly from C also we can draw one altitude. So 3 altitudes will be there for the triangle and all the 3 are concurrent. Concurrent means already we discussed so many times, they will pass through the same point, right? That point of concurrency is called orthocenter. So first, what is altitude? Altitude is nothing but perpendicular line from vertex to opposite side. If we draw any line from vertex to perpendicular line, it should be perpendicular, right? And from vertex to opposite side, that is called altitude. So in triangle we will have 3 vertices, so automatically we will have 3 altitudes, and always altitudes are concurrent, that means they will pass through the same point. That point of intersection of altitudes is called orthocenter. So now come to the question. Find orthocenter of the triangle whose vertices. See, the question is there on the board. So try to read the question. Find orthocenter of the triangle whose vertices are given to you. So A, B, C are given to you. You have to find this orthocenter. Okay. So how we will find this orthocenter? First be clear with the concept. What I said. By the definition of orthocenter, the point of intersection of altitudes, isn't it? Point of intersection of altitudes is called orthocenter. So 3 lines are passing through the same point. So to get our point of intersection, 2 altitudes are enough. You take the altitude AD and you take the altitude BA and find out their point of intersection, right? That is orthocenter. Definitely third altitude will pass through that point. They are concurrent. We want orthocenter, point of intersection of altitudes. 2 altitudes are enough for us. So find out the AD, which is one altitude equation, and find out the equation of BA, another altitude equation. If we know 2 line equations, by our cross multiplication or by solving the equations, we can get our x and y, their point of intersection. That is your orthocenter. So the main concept is we need the equation of AD. It is altitude. One equation, one altitude equation, AD we want, and another equation BE we want. So the point of intersection of AD and BE, the point of intersection of AD and BE is your orthocenter. So try to get the equation of AD first, then equation of BE second. Next, to find out their point of intersection, that is your orthocenter. Most repeated 7 marks question. Okay, most repeated 7 marks question from these straight lines. So our aim is to get the line equation AD. Before that we have to write what is the given information to us. What is that? Given that vertices are given to us, isn't it? A, B, C are given to us. A, what is that? Minus 5. Take the signs carefully. It is minus 7. And B, signs are very, very important. Okay, 13, comma 2. And C is equal to, what is the value? Minus 5, comma 6 are 3 vertices. This is the given information to us, vertices of triangle. Okay, so let me check clearly, is it minus? Yes, it is minus 7. Okay, so otherwise we will get wrong answer and we are going to lose the 7 marks for this question. So come on, now try to get this line AD equation. So if we want to write any line equation, A point is there with us, it is given. A is there. If point is there, slope is there, we can write that line equation by taking which formula? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Suppose we are having the point and the slope of that line, we can write that line equation by using this formula. So for this AD, we are having a point, one vertex, it is given in the question. We want the slope of that line. So come on, how we will find that slope of AD? How we will find slope of AD is equal to minus 1 by slope of its perpendicular line. What is it? BC. Why? We know that if AD is perpendicular to BC, if two lines are perpendicular, slope of one line is equal to minus 1 by slope of another line. It is formula again. If two lines are perpendicular, slope of one line is equal to minus 1 by slope of another line. So is equal to minus 1 by slope of line. Formula. What is the formula? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Here, what is your x1, y1? B point. We are taking slope of BC. So you consider B as x1, y1 and C as x2, y2. So B is equal to, what is the B point? 13, comma 2. And what is your x2, y2? x2, y2 is next point, C point, that is minus 5, comma 6. So come on, substitute minus 1 by y2 is 6 minus y1 is 2 divided by x2 is minus 5 minus x1 is 13 is equal to minus 1 by 4 by how much? This is minus 18. Minus of minus cancels and it comes upwards. So is equal to 2 2s are 2 9s are. So it is 9 by 2. So now you got the slope, right? Already we are having the point. So try to write your equation of AD. Our requirements are equation of AD, equation of BE. Why? Their point of intersection is orthocenter. That's why we need AD equation, we need BE equation. This is little bit lengthy, but at the same time marks are more, so you should be attentive. So slowly we are getting the equation of AD. So equation of AD with the slope. What is the slope? Now only we got the slope. 9 by 2 and passing through the point and A. What is A point? Minus 5, minus 7 is, when point is known, slope is known, what is the formula we have to take? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. point slope form. If we know the point, if we know the slope, to write straight line equation, we have to take point slope formula. Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. You consider this one as x1, this one as y1. So y minus y1 minus of minus plus 7. M is 9 by 2 into x minus of minus plus 5. So come on, 2 into y plus 7 is equal to 9 into x plus 5. So then you will have 2y plus 14 is equal to 9x, 9 5 is 45. Implies, send all these values that side, 9x minus 2y plus 45 minus 14 is equal to 0. So it is 9x minus 2y plus 31 is equal to 0. You consider this as first equation. What is that? It is equation of AD. So we got equation of AD. Now try to get your equation of BA. So same thing, it is a line and we know one point for this. We need the line equation BA, whose one point we got it. So if we know this line's slope, if we know the point slope, which formula we will use? By using this formula, we will get this line equation also. So come on, we need slope of BA. So come on, find out slope of BA now. So slope of BA is equal to minus 1 by slope of its perpendicular line. BA is perpendicular to AC. So slope of AC. So is equal to minus 1 by, what is the formula? What is the formula? It is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, right? So why we have taken here? Here already I have written AD is perpendicular to BC. That's why we have taken here also. Your BE is perpendicular to AC. That's why slope of one line is equal to minus 1 by slope of another line. So is equal to, come on, where your x1, y1, first point is A and second point is C. So your x1, y1 is A. What is A point? Minus 5, minus 7. And x2, y2, for this line, C is the x2, y2. C is minus 5 and 6. So substitute minus 1 by y2. What is y2? 6. Minus y1, minus 7, minus of minus, plus divided by x2. What is x2? Minus 5. Minus x1, minus 5, minus of minus, plus. So minus 1 by 13 by 0. So minus 1, 0 by 13 is equal to 0. So actually our aim is to get our equation BA. We got its slope and we know B point. So we can easily write equation of BA. So come on, write down equation of BA with the slope. What is the slope we got now? It is 0, right? 0 and passing through B point. What is that B point? It is given in the question. 13, 2 is, whenever point is known, slope is known, which formula we have to take to get our straight line? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So come on, y minus y1, you consider this as x1, y1 minus 2 is equal to 0 into x minus 13. So y minus 2 is equal to 0 is your equation of BA. Once we got equation of AD, equation of BA, point of intersection of AD and BE is orthocenter. So orthocenter. What is orthocenter? It is point of intersection of altitudes. Orthocenter is point of intersection of AD and BE. AD and BE. So you have to solve 1 and 2 equations. Okay, you have to solve your 1 and 2, right? By solving, we will get that equation, right? Solving this 1 and 2, you will get your orthocenter. So how we will solve it? AD is there, BE is there. Solving 1 and 2 now. So from 2, what happens? From 2, second equation, y is equal to 2. See, y minus 2 is equal to 0. Send minus to that side. Y is equal to 2. So substitute y is equal to 2 in first equation. So what is your first equation? That is your AD. AD is equal to this one, 9x minus 2y plus 31 is equal to 0. So 9x minus 2 into 2 plus 31 is equal to 0. So 9x minus 4 plus 31 is equal to 0. 9x plus 27 is equal to 0. 9x is equal to minus 27. X is equal to minus 27 by 9 is equal to minus 3. So we solved the altitudes. We solved AD and BE. Their point of intersection is orthocenter. So x value is minus 3 and y value is we got as 2, right? Therefore at the end, what is that? We are finding orthocenter. So orthocenter is equal to first x coordinate, then y coordinate. We have to write. That is the answer for 7 marks. So be careful. Most repeated question. So while taking, be clear with the concept. Don't by heart it. First this step, next this step. Not like that. First you should be clear with what is orthocenter. Orthocenter is point of intersection of altitudes. What is meant by altitude? If we draw a perpendicular line from vertex to opposite side, that is called altitudes, right? So for the triangle, we can draw 3 altitudes, and altitudes are concurrent and their point of intersection is orthocenter. So to get orthocenter, 2 altitudes are enough. Their point of intersection is called orthocenter. Why? Definitely third altitude also will pass through same point. They are concurrent. So, but to get our orthocenter, 2 altitudes are enough. So try to get AD, this is first altitude. Try to get BA, this is your second altitude. So first altitude AD, how we will get it? If we want to, it is nothing but a line. So how we can write a line equation? So we got one point, A point is given to us. So if we know the point, if we know the slope, we can write that line equation by using the formula y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So our requirement is slope. So try to get slope of the altitude AD. So you know that your AD is perpendicular to BC. If 2 lines are perpendicular, slope of one line is equal to minus 1 by slope of another line. So it is minus 1 by slope of this perpendicular line. Another line means which is perpendicular, that one. Okay. So next you take slope formula y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, right? And here your B point is x1 y1 and C point is x2 y2. That's why I mentioned here. Be careful while taking the values. Then you got your slope of AD. So if we know lines, slope and one point, we can write that line equation by taking the formula y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Here we used one formula. What is that? Slope of a line. Slope of a line formula is, what is that? y2 minus y1. This one y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. And if two lines are perpendicular, slope of one line is equal to minus 1 by slope of the perpendicular line. We used this formula. Second one, we used this one. Next, to get a straight line which is having slope and point, if we know the slope, if we know the point, we can write that line equation by using the formula slope point form. By taking that formula, right, we got equation of AD, we got it. This is equation of AD, this line. So our aim is AD as well as BE, right? After getting that, find out their point of intersection. For that sake, we need AD and BE. So next our aim is to get our BE. How we will get our BE? Same thing. B point is given to us. We need a slope. So find out slope of BE. So slope of BE is equal to, what is that? Minus 1 by slope of AC. Why it is like that? BE and AC are perpendicular to each other. If two lines are perpendicular, slope of one line is equal to minus 1 by slope of another line. So again formula, slope formula, what is that? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now your first point is A point should be taken as x1 y1, and the second point is C, so C point should be taken as x2 y2. So substitute, we got that value as a slope. Right? Once we know the slope, once we know the point, we can write that line equation by applying this formula. Second time we applied same formula, right? So y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Now substitute x1 y1 values here. So you got the equation of BE now. Okay, so once we got equation of AD and BE, their point of intersection is orthocenter. Our aim is finally to get our orthocenter, which is nothing but point of intersection of AD and BE. So find out the point of intersection. How we will find? Just to solve those two equations, line equations, you will get their point of intersection. So now we are solving 1 and 2. From the 2 directly we are getting our y value. So from 2, y is equal to 2. Substitute that y is equal to 2 in this equation, first equation. You got your x value. That is the point of intersection of your AD and BE. AD is one altitude, BE is another altitude. Point of intersection of altitudes is called orthocenter. So to get orthocenter, we need two altitude equations, two line equations. Altitude means it is nothing but perpendicular line from vertex to opposite. So to get orthocenter, we need two line equations. Their point of intersection is orthocenter. So which two lines? AD and BE. How we got it? Already point is given to us. We have to find out its slope. Once point and slope is known, by using this formula, we can get our AD as well as BE. After getting AD and BE, find out their point of intersection. That is called the orthocenter. Okay, so most repeated 7 marks question. So be attentive and don't neglect this problem. Practice today itself. Okay, so in your book, within 24 hours, if you practice, it remains forever in your brain. Okay, and now I have given one homework question of same type. Find the orthocenter of triangle whose vertices are given. So vertices means ABC points of a triangle. Same procedure you have to find. Okay. So try to do some more problems from the exercise also. Method is same. Don't by heart the problem. Stick with the concept, right? Stick with the method. So just we have to find two lines point of intersection. Those lines are nothing but altitudes, right? AD and BE. So if we want to find the point of intersection of two lines means, first of all we need those two line equations. That's why first I got AD line equation, then I got BE line equation. So point of intersection of AD and BA is orthocenter. Just solve after getting the two line equations, solve them, you will get your orthocenter. Okay, so that's all for today. Have a nice day.